Hey y'all, happy vlog day. Tuesday for me, Friday for you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Last week I told you I need to do some crying. I did that crying over the weekend. And something about me that I feel like I've expressed, or maybe I haven't, but I'll express it now. I literally just only cry about shit once. Now I might cry a couple of times that once, right? But for the most part, I'll have a one big cry over something. And then after I've had that big cry, it's time for me to figure out what I'm going to do. And so, to be perfectly honest, today is more of a reflective analysis other than me just kind of sitting on the camera crying, which I'm grateful for. Because over the weekend, baby, my emotions were haywire. And I just laid around the house crying. Excuse the overshare, but my cycle is here. It's the last one of the year. And ladies, I don't know if this is just true about me, but if you are a woman and you watch my vlog, please let me know in the comments. As I get older, my cycle gets really bad. Like, I'm emotional, it's painful. And this wasn't like this in my 20s. Like, I've always had a bad cycle. I've always been a person who like get real sick when I'm on my monthly, and along with getting sick, I really only thing I ever dealt with was getting sick. Like, I wasn't one of them women who had a bad attitude during that time of the month or anything like that. Now in my 30s, first is like attitude. Like, it's just like, I hate everything. I hate everybody. Then it's like, oh my God, I think everything and everybody hates me. It's emotional. And then it always turns back to like, I miss my sister. I think whenever I'm sad about life in general, like I remember a friend of mine, before we stopped being friends, my sister texted her, was like, this, whatever y'all going through is hurting my sister. And and that girl told my sister she just hurt. And at that time, she right. I was just hurt because, bitch, you was ruining my credit, you stupid hoe. But I'm sorry. That's not even what we're supposed to be talking about today. I'm sorry. She caught a straight hard for no reason. That bitch must be talking about me. But anyways, this week we're going to talk about grief. Last week, I fully intended to sit in front of this camera and cry like a baby. The whole 20 minutes. Actually, I recorded a video yesterday and immediately deleted it, where I was just like rambling and ranting and crying. It was like the end of that weekend period emotion situation. And when I rewatched the video, I was just like, no, bitch. Like, this is not the image of myself that I want to put into the world. It's a very true image, but it's not the image of myself that I want to put into the world. And I feel like a lot of content creators, they are hard on themselves, myself included, with this whole idea of like authenticity. But I feel like the more that we kind of live in this world, we realize that like authenticity is literally just what you stand behind. Like, we got to stop trying to force ourselves to be something that we not. Like, if you want to stand behind a certain image of yourself, so you want to edit yourself to look that way, I stand for you, baby. I ain't go hate on you. And that being said, this is the conversation about grief that I wanted to have, because this conversation feels so much more productive for me, and it feels so much more productive, in my opinion, for the viewer. I'm going to talk about 3 types of grief that I am experiencing. I'm going to use all me for this, but plug yourself in if you watch my content at all for like help at all. Like, plug yourself in anywhere that you feel necessary. Anything that resonates with you, please take it and pick it up. This is literally me working through all the emotions that I felt over the past week, because I have been an emotional motherfucking wreck. But it really is because things are breaking apart so new things can build. So let's talk about it. The first level of grief, in my opinion, is like base level grief. Someone is no longer here with me in life, and I miss them. That someone is my big sister. And my sister's death made me hate the holidays. I'll be honest about that. I already wasn't a fan of the holidays. I'll be honest. I hate the traffic. I hate all the people. I hate Christmas music. Um, I I'm cheap as fuck for real. So when I see people with Christmas lights on their house, I just be judging them like, your light bill so high. Your light bill so high for what? So other people can look at your house. Like I really buy humbug. I think that I don't know. I think that's what people say when they don't like Christmas, right? I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments or whatever. I don't like it. I didn't like it before my sister died 2 days before Christmas, and after December 23rd, 2021, I fucking hate Christmas. Hate it. Hate it. I would much rather randomly give my family gifts throughout the year when I see them and hear them say stuff that they like. Like all throughout the year, we hear our family say, oh my God, that's so cute. I love those. I love that. If I got a little extra money in my pocket, why not just give it to them? Why not just have it sent to their house? If my mom would call me and say she been having a taste for a certain restaurant, why not just DoorDash it to her house? Why do we wait for a day that someone else told us to celebrate each other and love on each other to do so? I hate holidays in general because I just feel like forced niceness and forced acts of service are not cool. And people are always like, it's not forced. You could choose not to do it. Yeah, you could choose not to do it, but not absent of ridicule. So it is forced. Thanksgiving is forced niceness, especially people who go around large groups of family members that are full of people that they don't even fucking like. Now, I'm grateful that I at least like my family, but I don't care much for these holidays, especially after dealing with the death of my sister. And all of the holidays for my family happened in my mother's house. That's where my sister died at. And I feel like my mom and my other sister, I guess they put on a really brave face because they live in that house. And my brother-in-law as well, like my niece as well. Like I feel like they put on a really brave face. But I wouldn't feel comfortable living in that home because I lost my sister in that home. But that is my home. So if anything ever happened, like I say this all the time on these videos, if anything ever happened here, I'm going to my mama's house. But one of the biggest reasons why I haven't been in a rush to go to my mother's house is because I feel a crazy amount of heaviness when I'm there. Like when I first get there, it's the same thing. I feel like I'm at home. I'm so happy. I love everybody. I'm hugging my mama. I'm hugging my sisters. And then I walk to the back of the house where my sister usually is. And immediately my mood is different. Immediately my mood is different. And even if I pick my mood back up and I get to kicking it and party and having a good time again, immediately when I walk into my mom's house and I walk past the bathroom, it's a reminder that if I look to my left where her room is, my sister is not there anymore. And that is the hardest fucking thing to deal with, stomach, fathom, etc. And so I truly do work hard on my face and my energy because I don't want my mom and my sister to feel like I don't want to be at my home. And I don't want to see my home as a negative place. I just realized that like there's a lot of sadness there, and that sadness makes me sad. There are other people in my life that have passed on that don't mean, I won't say, ooh, that was harsh. I won't say they don't mean as much as my sister. I did not speak with them as frequently as my sister, and so the loss of them is more of a loss of is more of a loss of just a person in my life. Whereas like my sister is like, my traditions are different. My losing somebody that's in your core, like one of your siblings, your parent, it changes the way you do life for the rest of your life. And I'm realizing that I'm now trying to figure out, after 4 years of just kind of crying about it, now I'm trying to figure out, how do I do life now that my sister is gone? And that is where I am right now. one of the things that I am going to speak to my family about is I'm going to start traveling for the holidays. Thanksgiving is dying out. Like this Thanksgiving, I felt really bad because we usually, like as a family, we usually go around the table and tell like what we're grateful for. One of my nieces and her husband did not make it until after I had actually left. Like me, my brother, my sister-in-law, my nephew, we all ate and we watched the football game. My best friend came, he got a plate. Me and my man left because we had to go see his family, and my other little niece came after they left. So we didn't get a chance as a family to say what we are grateful for. And so I feel like next year I'm going to do what I do, which is make the macaroni for my family. And I'm going to eat with my family. But I think I'm going to try to do like a road trip or like a little small getaway for that weekend. For Christmas, I don't think I want to do anything different for Christmas because for that, right after Christmas is my sister's birthday, so leaving would mean to not be with my family and my mother for that time, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm also deciding that I want to start to go outside for New Year's Eve. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. I haven't decided. I'm kind of on the fence. A couple of my friends are throwing things, but for sure, from going out of 2026 into 2027, I will not be in my house. I need to change some things up. I need to switch some things up. And I feel like I've gotten really inward. And I don't like that. And so let's go into the next part of grief for me. I'm going to end with grieving parts of myself, but right here in the slab, right here in the middle, between 11 minutes and 13 minutes, I'm going to be really honest about the fact that I am grieving people who are still alive, like former friends who I hate the way we ended. And I know that we can't ever get right because we're all stubborn and life works the way it works. But there are people in my life where my next chapter, I would love for them to be a part of. Like my former best friend, Larissa, even though she, has had some very negative experience. Like literally the first 2 minutes of this video was me cussing her out, letting her catch us straight. But I miss her. I miss the carefree element of our friendship. And I miss who I was when I was her friend. My friend Bree, I miss being her friend in a lot of ways. I miss knowing what's going on with her kids. Like I love my friends that have kids, and I love their kids. And the fact that I haven't talked to her in like 2 years, so her boys are probably, her nonverbal baby is probably talking. Do you know how excited I would have been around when that baby said his first word, for real? I miss her sometimes. A lot of the people that I spoke about in my friendship episode, you know what I mean? Like, miss the fuck out of them, first of all. But, like, grieving them. Because I understand that, like, first of all, I miss who they was. They probably ain't that version of themselves anymore. And who they are today, I probably don't fuck with. Just like who I am today, they probably don't fuck with. But I think I'm missing those people because I'm also, like I said just a few minutes ago, missing parts of myself. The biggest part of myself the biggest part of myself that I am missing, honestly, is my freer, carefree side. When you are in a committed relationship, you have to think about the things you do. And along with thinking about the things you do, you cannot just move when you want to. I'm saying a lot, but that's where my head is. Excuse me, y'all. Add kids to the mix, and you absolutely can't just do what you want to do. Literally, the woman I was 6 years ago, for sure 7 years ago, could go on vacation tomorrow if she wanted to. Now I got to make sure that these boys are okay. I got to make sure that this man can get away from the boys so that way we can both go. And I think there are two parts of me that are present and they are arguing, and their points are very valid. And where I am right now is trying to find a middle ground in between these two women. And so let's talk about them. The first part of me, she is angry. She is angry. She is regretting her choice. She feels like I should have never gave this man no goddamn chance. She feels like I knew better and I need to leave because I am here and I am dealing with things that I don't need to be dealing with. And I could absolutely just go on with my life. That is what the little me on this side is saying. She has a bottle of Hennessy in one hand and she is like, bitch, we are we're even more uninhibited than we ever have been in our lives. We are fine as fuck. We are glowing. We are beautiful. And we don't got to deal with this shit. And she right in a lot of ways. The other one over here, she has on, you know, a cute little outfit that she crocheted, and she's crocheting hats for the boys, and she's like, nothing in life is perfect, and this man is really trying, and he is trying, y'all. He did the laundry this weekend, and I usually complain because he waits until the laundry bins are damn near running over to do the laundry. Like, he does the laundry once a month for real. He did the laundry this weekend. I didn't ask him. He didn't need me to celebrate him for doing it. He just did it. And that's beautiful. Like, the woman over here notices that my partner is in full fix-it mode. He is communicating. He is accepting feedback. He is doing better. He is seeking feedback. He is taking accountability. Like, this girl wants to stay and she wants to never bring up anything that happened in the past. She just wants to move forward happily ever after with this man and these boys. Both of these women are right, but there are parts of both of these women that I gotta let go of so I can meet them in the middle and start walking my path. The young lady who says, we need to do more for ourselves and you need to get the fuck out of here. Half of that statement right, friend. We do need to do more for ourselves. In 2026, your girl is going to be wearing less and going out more. Shout out to Drake, girl. Like, girl, wow, wow. I'm going to be a hot mom. Okay? Real hot mom shit, all right? But I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving unless the progress that I see doesn't continue. Because sometimes people do put on performances. And if he putting on a performance and that shit trickle down, we gonna get the fuck on out his way. Because you're not finna keep playing in my face, fat boy. Okay? This girl, she's right to an extent. I need to stop thinking so much as we. I'm still an individual. I'm still me. I just have to also think about we. And there's nothing wrong with that. This girl is right. Baby, we fell in love for a reason. We picked this man for a reason. I am not no woman out here that's like, this was the best choice I had. Like, there were other men in my life that were in different positions in their lives, and I chose this person for a reason. I want to stand behind my choice. I want to stand behind my choice, and I want to see why. First of all, a lot of the reason that I chose this person is showing up already. Like I said, accountability being taken, communication happening. A lot of the things that I have been talking about are happening. And like I said, that weekend where I held myself accountable, and we got one more minute, we're going to go a few minutes over. And like I said, that week when I was holding myself accountable, either you're going to be grateful that the change happened, or what the fuck was the point of communicating that you wanted to change? Everything not going to happen the first time around. I feel like as women, we have been tricked almost to believe that like the perfect love is the love that gets it right the first time. Nobody gets it right the first time. We all fuck up things. He fucked up loving me in a way. He fucked up protecting me in a way. He fucked up showing up for me in a lot of ways. Okay. But him fucking that up doesn't take away from the fact, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because my job. him fucking up didn't take away from the fact that, like, he recognized the fuck up and decided to change it. I think about the relationship that I was in before him. I was telling that motherfucker how he was fucking up. And that motherfucker was looking me in my face and telling me, no, I'm not fucking up. You're not paying attention to life the right way. That nigga literally told me that I wasn't trusting the process. And now, that motherfucker is living in an apartment with a girl. They got a baby. And he going through it. Still on my phone line telling me how beautiful he still think I am. And that don't mean that my man ain't on somebody else's phone line probably telling him how beautiful, I'm telling him how beautiful he thinks they are, which is neither here nor there. But the important thing is, this young lady on my shoulder that says we should stay, she's right. But the people pleaser sitting here that says we should stay and not say nothing, oh bitch, that's wrong. I'm gonna speak up from the energy of the woman sitting on this side of my shoulder. I'm going to come to him when something is triggering to me, because the only person that can help me with my triggers is him. Like yesterday, I got this this cute little machine that's gonna help me with my flexibility. I got a flexibility machine from Amazon, and it's only like 2 little screws you gotta put onto that machine to fix it, to get it ready for use. I was like, you need to put my machine together. He's like, you could do that. And I looked him straight in the face and said, I could, but I have a man. And he was like, see, this girl over here was like, would have been like, he's right. Oh, and then on top of that, he's right. I can't do it myself. And then do it by myself. And then be in my head like, why am I doing this by myself? Why I gotta be by myself? And now this bitch over there like, see, if you was really by yourself, somebody else could come do it. And then come do something else for you. The two sides of me are necessary. But we're gonna make these hoes work together. Okay? And I am going to give myself, first of all, freedom to grieve. Because that's what we're talking about this week. We're grieving my sister. We're grieving the woman I thought I would be as I walk into the year that I'm about to turn 35. We are grieving this carefree life that I thought I was going to live, because I thought I was never going to fucking have kids. But y'all, I got kids. I got kids. And I got to stop running away from that shit. And we're going to figure out how much freedom to take from this part of my psyche, the little devil, the little Hellcat living over here on my shoulder. And we're going to find out how much grace to take from this angel on my shoulder. And we're going to grieve the people pleaser in her that just wants everything to be okay. And we're going to take the best parts of both of these women. And we're going to walk into the 35th year of my life with my head up, with a clear plan on how to get better and how to feel better about my life. That's the ice machine. If I keep walking on this path and the grace that I'm giving him from this side runs out, that's on him. That means you ain't working hard enough. Because this young lady over here is trying hard as fuck to see the best in you. I'm going to always have this girl over here. And if you are a woman and you are in a long-term relationship, your life not over with. And you don't have to rush yourself when you wake up and feel like, oh, maybe I'm wasting my time, or maybe I shouldn't be here. Because I'll be honest, I had so many moments in this last 6 years where I was like, maybe I'm wasting my time. I can think of a lesson that I needed to learn every year of the 6 years of this relationship. And I realized that I learned it. That's a win for me. I think a lot of times as women, we use another person's progress or lack thereof to measure our win. This man, in 6 years, the first 2 years, I promise you, he was fucking Prince Charming. 3, 4, and 5, he wasn't shit. Shit! 6, he been trying to get there. If I look at him taking 3 years to get there, or trying to figure out how the fuck we go from the most amazing man in the world to ain't shit right here to getting better right here, I will lose my fucking mind trying to find a win on his accord. All 6 of those years, though, let's run down my own stats. All 6 of those years, none of my bills went unpaid. And any of them that went unpaid had some type of arrangements. All 6 years, there were parts of me that did not get what I wanted. Like, I haven't been on a vacation in 4 years. I haven't had a car in 2, maybe 3 years. I had some issues with like adult shit that I would have taken care of had I not been dealing with this relationship. Like, my passport needs to be fucking renewed because it expires March of 2026, and I'm gonna get it done before it expires. But being real, in these 6 years, I've grown a lot. I have learned a lot. I literally changed my whole life. I started to see myself in a different light. I truly don't believe that I would have locked my hair up as soon as I did had I not been being urged by my current partner to do so. And I don't think that I don't even know how to phrase this. I look the most beautiful with my locks. But who I was on my own in the superficial world was afraid to be herself. And so I wouldn't have locked my hair up without having somebody in my life that truly loved me and wanted to see me as I am. And because of that, I am grateful to this relationship. I am grateful to this journey, and I am grateful to the last 6 years of my life. If for nothing else, the character development that I have experienced here. And I am grieving the parts of me that want to be angry with everybody else about my life. This is my life. And today, I choose to take accountability and responsibility over my life. And I choose to look at what's in front of me and grab the things that I want and leave the things that I don't. And I'm going to walk into 2026 with this mindset that I'm going to do more for myself while continuing to have grace for others. And I'm going to stay the course. But it's not just staying the course of the romantic relationship that I have with this man. It's staying the course of the relationship that I have with myself and the promise that I made for myself. I made one promise to myself when I was a little girl. Happiness is non-negotiable. And I'm going to keep that promise. And if you haven't made a promise to yourself, I think that's a beautiful promise to make to yourself, and you can make it today. I love y'all. I miss my sister, but I can feel her in a lot of ways around me. I miss who I used to be, but I want to give myself an opportunity to love who I'm becoming. I might not be able to be out here, having the sex with everybody and looking at what's going on social media and in this world. That's actually so much better for me. I'm okay with being with my partner and going to a couple of lifestyle events and having our little fun on our little time. And I actively date women outside of this relationship. It's not like this relationship is restricting me. I realize that I have restricted myself because I was trying to make sense of what's going on in front of me. I've made sense of it. And now that I've made sense of it, we finna get outside. We finna turn up. These vlogs finna get lively. Okay? I'm finna stop crying in front of this motherfucking camera. Let's heal together. Okay? Speaking of forgiveness, I'm going to forgive the motherfucker who made this shirt for standing me up and leaving me holding my dick with that order this year. Let's wash our hands. I am grieving so much, but it's not bad grief. It's good grief. And I'm happy about that. I love y'all. We went 10 minutes over, but it was a good 10 minutes. For me, at least. I hope it was good for you. Have a good week. I'll see y'all next week.